So here's an update on my federal sentencing. I was sentenced to 114 months. My charges were one count of wire fraud, one count of money laundering.
She was sentenced to 114 months in prison, and she says that so nonchalantly, with not even a reaction, of feelings, or nothing. Now, I don't know if she's telling the truth or not, but for the sake of this conversation, we're just going to assume that she's telling the truth. That's a long time to be in jail, damn near 10 years. And I'm very, very distracted by the eyelashes. Like, what is the obsession with these gigantic eyelashes? Why? It's not cute, but let's continue.
The reason why I got such a high sentencing is because they decided to use intended loss in my case. And when they used the intended loss in my case, it took me from 14 points to 34 points. They added an additional 20 points. And the reason they did this is because a few people lied about the facts and the material matter of the case. However, I am doing my due diligence to make sure that sentence is overturned because I have reviewed cases similar to mine, and the math ain't mathing. The monetary loss for my case isn't even over $800,000. Um, the monetary loss directly related to the charges that I pled guilty to is only about $190,000. So 114 months. That sentence is very excessive.
Well, you can't say it's excessive because everyone's case is not the same. Everyone is not getting charged with the exact same charges. You over here did $190,000 worth of PPP loan scams and think 114 months is too much. Too bad. You shouldn't have been doing it in the first place because now they get to be judge, jury, and executioner against you and pick whatever sentence they want for you. I don't know the details of her case, but it's possible that she probably got slapped with conspiracy along with money laundering and check fraud, that conspiracy right there, 10 years automatically. So this is why I love my nice, boring life because I get to make as much money as possible while keeping my freedom. There are too many ways to get money the legal way today. It is ridiculous how stupid people are when it comes to doing these scams, the PPP loan scams, the Chase check fraud scams, which they're still going after people right now. People who are falling for the half off flight scams. Like, scams are the new mantra of the middle class. If people put in the same effort they do when they do scams as to making a legit business, they'd actually have some money and they'd be able to keep their freedom. But a lot of people are waiting on TikTok for the next new scam to come out. And it's absolutely insane.
And harsh. So I am doing my due diligence to do what I need to do to try to get that sentence reduced because yeah, even the restitution amount in my case is like compared to the time and cases similar to mine, ridiculous. But yeah, y'all wish me luck on this journey, and I will give updates. I'm starting a 30-day journey today. I'll post some updates later on tonight with what I'll be doing. So y'all follow me as I prepare to go to the federal penitentiary and to give y'all updates on the status of this case and its sentence overturning. But yeah. And also me preparing, just follow me.
I really, really don't know if she's telling the truth about this because she seems too damn happy to be talking about this on TikTok.
My coworker got fired for getting the PPP loan. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I saw a girl's video saying that she just had her case with the feds regarding getting the PPP loan, like lying on the application, and she got sentenced to 9.5 years. 9.5 years. And I saw other people in the comments saying that they're going through their case. I saw somebody else say that they got sentenced for wire fraud. And these people are not playing. They are not playing, and banks are assisting. They are assisting in the process. As somebody who works in banking, who's worked in multiple different banks, the banks help the IRS. But let me tell y'all what
Of
happened with
course
my
they do.
coworker. So this is my coworker that turned into a friend. So I had already left the company by the time that she got fired. But ultimately, what happened was this was 2022. The list came out of everybody who had got the PPP loan. She obviously was on that list, and she ended up in HR. Clearly, the bank was looking at the list. Not my current job, y'all. Again, this is a company that I left. So don't call them people again, please. But she ended up in a meeting with HR. They asked her, like, oh, you were on this list, you have a business. And basically, there was a date that your business had to be established to qualify for the PPP loan. And a lot of people created LLCs after that date. And that's how they know if your application was fraudulent.
Yeah, it was the easiest paper trail to follow. I mean, these scammers were so stupid that they really thought it was a good idea to go to the bank and ask for a PPP loan before they even had a business set up. Like, how dumb can you people be? Y'all should be on the world's dumbest criminals.
And so they told her, like, I don't think that you qualified for this PPP loan based on when you establish your business or whatever. But she didn't admit to anything. And her business was selling handmade jewelry, right? So the reason why they were able to fire her is because um, if you've ever worked for a bank, a financial institution, a brokerage, you have to disclose all outside business activities. It's regulatory. You have to sign off that you will disclose anything, any second job, any second source of income. If you're a part of the board of directors for any type of company, nonprofit, sometimes even volunteer work, you have to disclose it so that the bank can make sure it's not a conflict of interest. So basically, they fired her because they said that her not disclosing that she had a business was violating company policy because she should have told them. And I'm sure y'all are going to say, well, she should have told them that, she stopped the business when she started working. I guess whenever she established it, she had already started working there. So, like, the dates just didn't line up. But yeah, they fired her and said that it was because she didn't disclose that she had a business. But if she had disclosed that she had a business, it wouldn't have been a conflict of interest for her to sell handmade jewelry. They fired her because of that PPP loan. And that was just their excuse.
So I think the person she's referencing to when she said the woman who got 9.5 years was the previous person I did. And it's so funny that I actually went to the comment section and found this comment right here that explains why she got 9.5 years. It says, no, she helped 800 people get the PPP loan. That's why she got 9.5 years, not because she got one for herself. So, like I said, they probably added on conspiracy to her charge, which is why she got 9.5 years. And somewhere in her head, beyond her thick eyelashes, she thought it was going to be a good idea to fill out fraudulent paperwork for 800 people to commit fraud against the government. Now, this would have been a completely different story had she only told these people how to do the PPP loan fraud, because you can tell people how to commit fraud and not get in trouble for it. It's the person that commits the fraud that gets in trouble for it. Like, you can tell people how to rob a bank, but only the bank robber is going to get in trouble for that. So if she just, told them how to do it hands off, she would have been fine. But since she actually went out, did the paperwork, now she gets in trouble for it, along with the person she filled out the paperwork for. And to make things worse, she has a child. So she did all these PPP loan fraud scans for all these people while having a child. And not once did she think, let me not do this because I could possibly be taken away from my child committing fraud against the government. But she chose to live her life like this. She chose to disregard her child's well being. And now she has to spend probably a decade in prison. That's her own fault. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see y'all next time.